What is bonds?
A bond is a long-term contract under the borrower agrees to make payments of interest and principal to the holders of the bond on a specific date. Here's an example. San Miguel Corporation borrowed 50 million by issuing 50 million pesos worth of bonds. For convenience, we assume that San Miguel sold 5 million individual bonds for 1,000 pesos each. San Miguel receives the 50 million pesos and in exchange, it promised to make annual interest payments and to repay the 50 million pesos in 20 years. Moving forward, bonds are grouped in several ways. One grouping is based on the issuer. Treasury bonds, also called treasuries and sometimes referred to as government bonds, are issued by the government. Corporate bonds are issued by business firms or corporations. Municipal bonds, or munis, is the term given to bonds issued by state and local governments. And lastly, foreign bonds are issued by a foreign government or a foreign corporation. To know more about bonds, let us define its key characteristics. The par value is the stated face value of the bond, and it generally represents the amount of money the firm borrows and promises to repay on the maturity date. Coupon payment. The firm is required to pay a fixed number of payments of interest each year, or like an annuity. This payment is generally referred to as the coupon payment. Coupon interest rate. When this annual coupon payment is divided by the par value, the result is the coupon interest rate. Bonds generally have a specific maturity date on which the par value must be repaid. In San Miguel's situation, the maturity date of the bonds issued is 20 years. Most corporate and municipal bonds, except treasuries, contain a call provision. It gives the issuer the right to call the bonds for redemption. The call provision generally states that the issuer must pay the bondholders an amount greater than the par value if they are called. The additional payment is called call premium, which is often equal to 1 year's interest. Sinking funds. Sinking fund provisions require the issuer to buy back a specified percentage of the issue each year. There are also other types of bonds. Convertible bonds. These kind of bonds are exchangeable into shares of common stock at a fixed price at the option of the bondholder. Putable bonds. These allow investors to require the company to pay in advance or before the maturity date. Income bonds. This kind of bond is where the issuer pays interest only if it has earned enough money to pay the interest. Purchasing power bonds is a kind of bond where interest paid rises automatically, the inflation rate rises, thus protecting the bondholders against inflation.